Right, Fion's got this hypothesis, this idea, and she thinks that the taller you are, the greater your waist measurement will be. So she's recorded then the height and the waist measurements in centimetres for 6 people, okay? And we've got to draw a scatter diagram to display these results, okay, these measurements, and on this graph paper here. So with person number 1, right, this person here is 170 centimetres tall, and the waist is 82. So all we do is we go across on our scale of height here to 170, okay, and then we go up to 82, okay. So 82 from 170 of the height up to 82 will be there, okay. So I hope you notice then when I put my point there, okay, so you can put a cross if you want, or I prefer to put a point because it's quite accurate, okay. You know, I've been quite clear there, and I got it exactly where I wanted to be. That if you look down, the height is 170 centimeters. If you look across, the waist is 82. So I've done that person, so I'm going to tick that now to show I've done it, right? Make sure I have everyone on board here. So then 152 centimeters is the height, 72 centimeters then is the waist. So we've got to get 152 along here now. Okay, so we've got to be careful, of course, with the scale. I think because there's 10 gaps here, 10 little squares separating 5 units, then 1 unit will be 2 little squares. So 152 will be there, yeah? Which is about right, isn't it? Because it's almost halfway between 150 and 155. Almost halfway, but not quite. Okay, it's closer to 150, isn't it? So each two squares there represents 1. So 152 will be there. And we need to go up to 72. And 72, of course, is going to be there, isn't it? Okay, so make sure we put a nice dot there in the right place, okay? Be accurate, right? You don't want to go astray, you can't be off, right? You've got to get it spot on. So when I look at that point there, if I look across, I can see, look, I'm halfway between 70 and 74. That there is 72, isn't it? That person's got a waist of 72 and their height is 152. So I've done that person there. Next person, 174 is the height and waist is 86. So I go across to 174, which is here, okay, yeah? So it'll be 2 squares to the left of 175, so it's there, and 86. So we go up to 86 up here, which is there. Okay, so I've got my point there. Okay, so 174, 86. So that person's done. And then the next one, 155, 74. So we go across to 155 and up to 74. So that's a nice and easy one for us to do. 178 and 90. So we go across to 178, which is not there, isn't it? It's actually going to be here, because we need to go back to 178 and up to 90. So 90 is right at the top. So we've got here. That person's done. And then 162, 78. So we go across to 162, which is here. And then up to 78, which is nicely there. Okay. So yeah, be careful, right? Always double check, because if you get 1 point wrong, you're going to lose a mark, okay? Right? And if you get like a couple of points wrong, you might not get any marks. So you just got to be careful there to get that accurate, right? So we've got a nice scatter graph there. So part B then, it says, look at the results that Fion has recorded for these 6 people. Do they appear to support her thinking? Give a reason for your answer. Well, look at the points. If we notice these points are nicely, there's a nice correlation there, isn't it? What we call positive correlation. Okay, because they go in sort of in an upwards trend here, yeah? Okay, so we'd say positive correlation when they go that way. So yes, they do. I would say yes, because we've got a positive correlation. Okay, we can write that reason down, positive correlation. Make sure you use those words, okay? Positive correlation, because that's what the examiners will be looking for, so you need to remember them. And why is it a positive correlation? Well, we can see here, of course, as the height increases, so does the waist. So we can sort of mention that, yeah? I.e., as height increases, so does the waist size. Okay? But positive correlation is the key words we need there, okay, for that. C then, give one reason why using this scatter graph to estimate the weight measurement of other people is unlikely to give reliable results. Okay, so we could use these results, okay, here. We could even draw a line of best fit here. They haven't asked us to do that, so I'm not going to. But if I draw a line of best fit, I could possibly use it for for other people. But then it says why. You give me a reason why it might not be reliable. Okay. Well, if you think about it, people, they don't come in standard sizes, don't they? Not everyone will fit the trend. Okay. There might be someone who is shorter but has a much larger waist size, or vice versa. Okay, there could be someone who is really tall but is quite skinny, right? And waist size really short. So it's important to note that, right? Not all people will fit the trend. Okay, so we can write that. Not all people will fit the pattern that basically that we see here. Okay, fit the trend, if you like. Okay. And that's perfectly fine there. We could say that there. And just quite simply, not everybody's the same, isn't it? Okay, not everybody's the same.